but not for long. I don't know how long I'm gone.
So I got that. Let's see what else was there. Oh, there's this member of their church called, what is his name? We'll go with Mikas right now. I can't quite remember, but I'll probably have updates on him and prayer for him. But basically, he has diabetes and stopped taking his medication for a little bit, and got gangrene in his foot, and didn't even recognize it for a long time until I think Tom, it might have been Tom, that finally saw it and said, "We gotta get you to the emergency room." Oops, I just went the wrong direction. And so they took him to the hospital, and they were able to amputate his foot, but they didn't know if the gangrene spread. It turns out it didn't, so he did make it, but he's been a member of the church for a while. He's a young adult, and so that he has a lot of different needs now to have people clean his foot. Me and Tom are going over later to just change his bandages and clean his leg for him. And he's also kind of battling some depression from this. He's kind of, from what I picked up from Timotheus and Tom and Christine, is he's kind of lost his faith and is really almost battling a medical depression, almost like something that he almost needs medication for. So that's something for you guys to pray for. I'm sorry I can't totally remember his name, but I'll get that for you guys later. And but yeah, he's really having a tough time and feels like, you know, God's let him down and the church has abandoned him. So it's something that Tom's really done a great job keeping up with him, and the rest of the church is kind of in a tough place right now, and there's not a lot of people to help out. So that's something I'm hoping to help Tom out with, and maybe grow close enough relationship where I can just go over and do some things that Tom usually does to spell him of that, because I know he spends a lot of time with Mikas. And then there's also a woman who I believe is in church, a single woman who has a shop that just needs, you know, different things that she can't move or transport. And Tom has a little car. It's a real little junker car, but they bought it just for ministry, and he's got a trailer for it. So sometime here next week, I know we're gonna help her, and maybe that's even something that in the future she just call me and I can drive the car over. I got my international license, which is something I didn't know you could do, but you just go to AAA and you just show them your passport, tell them where you're going for how long, and for $25 you get this international license, which is kind of like a booklet, kind of passport looking thing, and that lets you drive internationally, which is very cool. So I do have access to the car, but if you guys have even seen the video, parking here is ridiculous. I got a funny video to show you some other time about the street corner where the Papses live, but parking's ridiculous. It's if you look down, I think it's the post right before this on the map of Greece, I said how population is about the same as Columbus, a little over 1 million, but it's super dense. As you can see, lots of these high rises and things like that. No parking garage. I haven't seen one parking garage. I didn't really expect one either, but and again, not everyone owns a car, but enough that you can still see parking is just crazy. So driving a car, the Papses rarely ever drive their car, and if they do, sometimes at the park, 10, 15, 20 minutes walking distance away from their apartment. So that's something that's, you know, when you don't want to use your car very often. This is such a pain. And let's see. Again, I'm going to the church tomorrow. That'll be a first time meeting a lot of different people in the church. The church is very diverse. It's about half Greeks, and then pretty much the other half is made up of Albanians, Bulgarians, Russians, Americans, and Germans. And so in their service, Timotheus preaches in Greek, and they have translators in the back that transmit to that transmit to headphones that we can then listen to translate it into our language. So it's very much like an international church. And yeah, let me check. How long am I doing this? All right. This is kind of a long video, so this will probably have to be on the second part, but since I've already gone over, I'll keep talking. Like I said, I think it was 12:30 when I started, 12:45 now. At 12, I met, right after meeting with Timotheus, I went over to meet with Demetrov, who is a friend of the Pappases, and she speaks very good English and has helped Tom in the past translating important documents that he's needed for different things. And so she's never done tutoring, but we talked to her, and we'll kind of test run it, see how this works. But she's given us a real good deal since she's a friend and isn't like an official tutor. So we're thinking, this isn't in stone yet, but it's gonna be 10 euros per hour, and I think we'll meet twice a week, so that'll be 20 euros a week. And then, one second, I gotta get where I'm at. This is Egnatia, by the way. This is like one of the main roads in Thessaloniki.